This is my audience. One summer, 2 years ago, my dad rented a cabin that looked like it was from the 1950s. My dad took my family on a trip to Lake Metagoshi when he actually wanted us to come so he could check out this cabin. I remember him turning down a road coated in tree branches, and at the end of the road sat the cabin. I got out of the pickup and I thought, there's so many flower pots. My mom and I actually counted the flower pots and there were like 50 in total, but to me it didn't look bad at all. It was actually really cute. The cabin reminded me of how a grandmother's cottage would look. It had off-white siding, a blue roof, and stairs on the outside to reach the second floor. My brother and I examined the cabin, and to us it seemed like a museum. Once we sat down, my dad had said, "This kind of creeps me out because it reminds me of my grandmother's house." But despite what he thought, Dad stuck with the plan to rent the cabin for a few weeks that summer. We would spend most weekends there, and it was an easy trip for us to make from home. My favorite time spent there was the weekend of the 4th of July. My family, along with my Aunt Julie and Uncle Ryan and their 2 daughters, Wiley, who was 5, and Everly, who was 2. While we were all at the cabin, I remember the weather being particularly hot that weekend too, so we were mostly in the boat or on the water. One of the goals that weekend was to get Everly to go into the lake. Everly fussed, but when she finally got into the lake, she learned she loved the water. As Everly built her courage, she felt comfortable to try tubing on the Super Maple, which is like a flat tube just with the back seat. My dad pulled us with the boat and was very cautious to not go too fast, as well as watching out for other boats on the busy lake. We giggled, screamed, and blurted out whatever other gibberish she would while tubing. As the sun went down over the lake, we had a barbecued supper and played beanbag toss. My sister, Lauren, and I were paired up against my Uncle Ryan and my brother, Alex. I was not particularly accurate with my tosses, and I ended up smacking Ryan's foot with the beanbag. Oops. Later that night, we took up the boat and watched the fireworks show. The night sky blossomed in color with every boom of the fireworks. I love lakes, and looking back, I really miss that place.